steel trident, and to have the Secretary of the Navy say that a tweet is not an order, you're directly going against something the President's commander's intent, what we call it in the U.S. military. Commander's intent was leave Eddie Gallagher alone, let him retire. He's an American hero. And to have the Secretary of the Navy try to fight the Commander-in-Chief on the hero on the issue of Eddie Gallagher, I think it's just silly. It's a bad way to die on your sword for something where the Commander-in-Chief was in the right and had the power to do what he did.
Do you have communication with Gallagher right now? Are they talking to you? What are they saying?
He's happy that he gets to retire at the end of this month. That was his plan all along. What the Navy was going to do was going to be purely punitive, just to kind of slap him in the face one last time before he retired. So he's happy. He's happy that this ordeal's come to an end. He loves the Navy. He loves the institution. He loves the Navy SEALs. But he'll be happy to be with his family and be able to put this behind him finally. Thanks to President Trump.
And is this going to be a political, are you going to be working with Gallagher in your political campaign as well?
I think he'll help me out. His wife's already helped me out a little bit, but we're going to stand up for the warfighter on issues like this now and forever, because in cases like this, they have nowhere else to turn to.
Did the swiftness of Defense Secretary Esper's move surprise you?
No, that's what Trump does. I mean, if you're going to say to people that the Commander-in-Chief's tweet is not an order, knowing that that's how the president works, then you're just asking to be relieved at the soonest possible moment, and that's what happened.
For people in the press that were watching this, I mean, I think there was a little bit of confusion as to, because you saw the move by the Navy Secretary, saying that they were going to investigate, but then also there was the tweet by President, and then also the White House. It seemed as though there was some reports saying that they were going to let this proceeding kind of carry out.
When the president says that Eddie Gallagher will retire with his trident, with all the honors that he's earned in the Navy, that sends a pretty clear message that no retaliatory act by the Navy against Chief Gallagher is going to be accepted by the president. That's it. I think we all know in this administration too that you might have leaks and you might have hearsay coming from the White House, but what the president says and what the president does is all that matters. And I think we learned that in this case too.
With these counter commands kind of going back and forth, is it confusing? Is it weakening the Navy in some instance?
No, I mean, you have to know who the Commander-in-Chief is. We all have bosses. You kind of know how your boss reacts to things and how he works and how he tasks you, and you know them. And in this case, President Trump is the Secretary of the Navy's boss. He's everybody in the military's boss. And when he says something, whether he tweets it or not, or says it in a certain way or not, just because it's not written in a perfect bureaucratic order way that you're used to from other people, doesn't mean that he doesn't mean what he says.
Spencer's statement in resignation said that this would undermine the order and discipline of the military, and that's why he breaks with Mr. Trump.
Yeah, that's the military's answer to all of these cases where you had a bunch of war heroes unjustly accused and in many cases unjustly imprisoned. That's the military's answer, because the military will never admit that it's wrong on anything, even when it obviously is. And the Eddie Gallagher case, the Matt Goldstein case, the Clint Lawrence case, through the three guys that the president just pardoned, those were all examples of prosecutorial and bureaucratic abuse from within the military system where the UCMJ did not work. That does not undermine good order and discipline. These are special cases having to do with war crimes. These aren't DUIs or murders or rapes or sexual harassment. These are war crime cases that I think that our warfighters deserve a special look and a special take. And when you have somebody like the president that's outside the bureaucratic bubble that can look at these cases objectively, you have the end state that we just came out with, that these guys are pardoned, that this is going to be expunged from their records, and they'll be able to get on with their lives and be with their families.
What do you say to critics who say that Gallagher is getting special and undeserved special treatment?
Gallagher got special and undeserved retaliatory action by the Navy in the first place. Otherwise, this would have never came about. This should have been handled originally with an administrative action, and that would have been it. But I think you have military leaders that like to make political points, and that's what happened in the Gallagher case.
What do you think is going to be the future of SEAL Team 7?
I don't know.
If Mr. Trump had
pardoned, and I got to roll, guys.
If Mr. Trump had pardoned Lieutenant Calley in Vietnam, would that have been okay?